Hi, I'm Mark Shepherd. I'm an acupuncturist in Donington, Chichester, Sussex, and I want to start discussing factors which are related to us looking after our health, which is really what I've always been doing on these posts. Right now, obviously, there's a greater want for us to be looking after our health, and so today we're going to be talking about sleep. So let's look at some of the factors that affect sleep. So we can have emotional factors. So typically right now we're thinking about things such as worry and fear. But also, don't forget excitement. Excitement can be quite a cause of us not being able to get to sleep, such as the kids the day before Christmas, day before birthday, if we're looking forward to something. So emotions is a factor. Next, discomfort. Is the bed you're sleeping in comfortable? Is the pillow comfortable? Is the temperature right for you? Quite often, if you have a couple, they work on very different temperatures. So this is a bit of a juggling act. So that's something which needs to be looked at and kind of worked out between you. But that can really be something to be taken into consideration. So lifestyle habits in terms of staying up too late, erratic bedtimes, and too much stimulating activity or stimulating food and drink before going to bed isn't going to help. So those are things that can be looked at, and that would come under the bracket of what's referred to as sleep hygiene. So next, pain and other medical conditions. So if you tick the boxes and everything else, do you know what? Bed's comfy, temperature's good, not packing down the espressos just before I go to bed. But if you're in pain or discomfort, or you've got other medical conditions, such as you're being hit by hot flushes and things, then that is going to interrupt your sleep. So that's something which needs to be looked at. So then you have the unknown. Do you know what? I can tick all those boxes. I haven't got apparently a medical condition which is affecting my sleep, but still I just can't sleep. There's that. Then, of course, you have the great lots of the above. So what we tend to want to do is attribute anything that's going wrong to a thing, but quite often it can be a whole mixture of things just interwoven that we need to look at. So my top tip for sleep, for something that you can do at home, as a side to starting to look at those other factors that you can influence, and with my clients I'll go into that in more detail in terms of, okay, let's start breaking this down and getting into it. A top tip that I give people is to think about your feet. So where sometimes people have got too much stuff buzzing around in their head, they've got too much pain going on in different locations, we need to try and move the mind away from it. So what I want them to do is to think about their feet. So when you're lying in bed, how do the covers feel? How do your feet feel next to the covers? Do the feet feel warm? Do they feel cold? Just bring your awareness to the feet, and it just starts bringing everything down and away from where you, from what the problem might be. Too much in the head, bring it down. This really hurts, bring it down. Just try and put your attention somewhere else. So aside from that, acupuncture has, within its theory, ways of looking at all these factors. So in terms of looking at the emotional side of things, acupuncture is very much based in the emotions and how they can affect our bodies. And right now, we've got to be a little bit careful about this, because our emotions are kind of exploding outwards, and not necessarily positive ways due to what's going on. So also in terms of pain, helping people with pain, helping people with medical conditions, then that is all tied into an acupuncture framework, due to the fact that acupuncture is a way of treating people. So if you'd like to know if I can help with your health and well-being, do please get in touch. As ever, I will give you my professional and honest opinion, and we can take things from there. So remember, think about your feet, but also let's get positive and proactive about our health.